Hey everyone, next episode of Samurai Broken Dreams. The Rangers are training. Things seem like they're back to normal, but Jaden's worried about what Decker might do. In the Netherworld, Xandrid is angry with Dayu for not destroying Decker. He burns her harmonium, shamisen, and she runs away to find a way to repair it. Xandrid orders Octoroon to summon a new Nylok, Rhinus Snorris. Dayu goes to the human world and sees a man strumming a guitar. She grabs him. His musical talent can be magically stolen to fix her own instrument. Mia happens to be nearby and tries to stop Dayu. Their fight is interrupted by the arrival of Rhinus Snorris. He has the ability to spray mist at people that puts them to sleep and experience dreams. The more they dream, the more Rhinus Snorris can eat. The downside is that if he eats their dreams, they'll never awaken. The rest of the team show up, but Antonia was hit with Rhinus Snorris's mist. The Nylok chases after Mia and Dayu and hits them with mist as well. Mentor G finds records of Rhinus Snorris and tells the team about him. Jaden tells the others they have to find a way into the dream world. Mia, meanwhile, is already there and shares it with someone else. She sees Decker, human. He's carrying a woman in a wedding dress. Jaden opens a portal to Antonio's dreams. Mike and Kevin leap through and try to pull Antonio out. Bulk rides in, dressed in full samurai armor atop a horse. He trips and falls on Spike. Rhinus Snorris suddenly appears. Bulk tries to fight him, but his sword is stuck. Mike and Kevin morph and hold him off. Back with Mia, she watches Decker and the woman. She looks over and sees Dayu watching as well. The woman gifts Decker a sword. It's all clear now. The woman is Dayu. The scene abruptly shifts from warm and happy to the two being trapped in a fire. Dayu barely escapes, but Decker is dying. Suddenly, a mysterious Nylok appears. He says he can save Decker for a price. Dayu is willing to do anything to save him. The Nylok tells her she has to give up her humanity for an eternity in the Netherworld. She agrees. The Nylok laughs evilly and says Decker will live as a cursed half-human with no memory of her. She watches helplessly as Decker rises and becomes a monster. He disappears, and Dayu becomes a monster as well. Elsewhere, Mike and Kevin pull Rhinus Snorris out of the dream world and disable his mist-spraying ability. This wakes up all of his victims. Before they can defeat him, he slips through a gap to the Netherworld. Octoroon sends out giant Moogers and new monsters called Spitfangs. Jaden is fatigued from opening the portal earlier, but joins Antonio against the Nyloks. They manage to defeat them, and we see Mia waking up. She tries to talk to Dayu, but Dayu attacks her. Emily jumps in and gets wounded. Dayu runs away, and Mia loses any sympathy for Dayu she'd built up. Jaden and Antonio are exhausted, but Decker appears and silently challenges Jaden. This is a great episode, easily the best of the season so far. Seeing dreams is a good chance for creative action and surreal imagery, and this episode has both. Mike learning how to fight in the dream world is all fun, and Antonio's dream suits him. Bulk and Spike, ironically, fit right in a silly dream world. Rhinus Snorris has a great name. His voice and personality, unfortunately, aren't anywhere near as creative. The thing everybody remembers about this episode is Dayu's dream. Unlike most other elements of Samurai, a lot of fans actually prefer this over Shinkenger. In Shinkenger, Dayu was a jealous lover in life who murdered the man she obsessed over along with several other people. She willingly became a monster and forced along the man she supposedly loved, turning him into her shamisen. It's implied earlier in the episode that something is up with it, as when Dokuko burns it, it moans in pain. For a villain's backstory, this is fine. Shinkenger's Dayu definitely isn't as sympathetic as Samurai, but it still works for the story. Samurai's take also works. Decker and Dayu were innocent people corrupted by the Nylok, so the audience has some sympathy for them. Another positive for Samurai is tying Dayu and Decker together. It seems like a no-brainer, but Shinkenger had them similarly cursed but separate. Combining their stories also makes sense, considering Power Rangers would most likely have fewer episodes than Shinkenger. The music in this sequence is great, some of Samurai's best. It's dramatic and perfectly conveys the hopelessness Dayu feels. We also get a pre-introduction for a new character here, through an ominous silhouette and glowing eyes. Another positive for Samurai is that it gives the Nyloks a win. They successfully corrupted two people, and from what I remember, they never redeem themselves, turn back to normal, or are freed from Nylok control. Shinkenger also has a bit of awkwardness with Mako, Mia's counterpart. Mako asks Dayu if it's too late to return to being human. I don't know why that would matter. Dayu wasn't a very good human. She willingly murdered people. Over here, there is a bit of awkwardness too. After Dayu wounds Emily, Mia immediately loses sympathy for her. In Shinkenger, this would fit better since Mako can't possibly have anywhere near as much sympathy for Dayu and shouldn't be the least bit trusting of her. Very fascinating episodes to look into and compare. Onto the cast stuff. Rhinoceros was voiced by Campbell Cooley, who's provided many voices for Power Rangers throughout the New Zealand seasons. However, this isn't one of his more memorable roles. Serrator makes his debut, though his name isn't revealed yet, and in the credits he's just named Evil Shadow. He was voiced by Derek Judge, who's provided many monster voices throughout the New Zealand seasons. Most of his voices were the standard generic growls, and even Serrator here isn't that impressive. Once Serrator makes his proper debut in Super Samurai, his voice will have improved a bit. He has a more subdued, sinister edge in contrast to his generic bad guy voice here. Next time is the finale to Samurai's first half. How will it turn out, especially considering it's not even really intended to be a finale? That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.